Meet my assistant Kate. She's going to be helping me paint my room and keep me from having a mental breakdown. Okay, so I am naked, and this is actually my filmer's first day on the job, and she's already seeing me naked. My channel's taking a weird turn. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Oh my god, I don't like
You're on backwards.
Wait, what?
You have it on backwards, I think.
We are about to go into Starbucks. Every time we film together, we get Starbucks. How many times a day? Like
2, 3.
something like that.
I need coffee very badly.
We are gonna get caffeinated and then get on to filming.
Well, she's gonna give me the absolute highest ponytail in the world. Ow! Ow! I'm sorry. It's okay.
I mean, hers is like airtight to her head.
I'm not enjoying this process.
Hey guys, it's Kate and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you were already here. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than usual because I am going to talk about my job, which if you don't already know, I am Brianna Renee's assistant. I actually get a lot of questions about this when I tell people that I work for a YouTuber, so I just thought maybe I should just make a video on it so that people can just see what I do. So I've put together some of my most frequently asked questions. These questions are mostly asked like in real life. One is, what is your job? So basically I film Brianna's videos. She's kind of like the mastermind behind all of it, but I think of new angles, I hold the camera, I come up with ideas, we kind of consult on things like that. So it's kind of like teamwork, but she's really the main person behind all of it, obviously. But yeah, I just get to help her turn her visions into realities. But I also do a lot of random weird stuff. Being an assistant is not a normal everyday job. So a huge part of Brianna's channel is her Draw My Life Bitmoji style videos. So basically for the Bitmoji videos, what we have to do is she creates a storyline. Just to be clear, all of her Draw My Lives are true stories. She just has to write out the storyline to have a plan set. And she has every page planned out. So we have to design each person in the story. If you go into the Bitmoji app, there's a bunch of different actions that the Bitmojis are doing. So we have to find an action that represents what's going on in the story and then take those photos, print them out, cut them all, number them, and she places them on the page while she tells the story, and it's pretty complicated. It's definitely not what I expected going into the job, but kind of a nice little break from filming because my arm muscles have gotten way stronger from this job. I don't know what's going on with camera holding, but it freaking hurts. Another thing that we do is planning out videos or thumbnails. Creating thumbnails is actually pretty cool. Hers have a lot of like thought behind them. Occasionally I will help her edit videos, but she has a very specific way of editing, and I know that everybody's editing style is completely different. So my style of editing is very different than her style of editing, but because I've been around so much, like sometimes I kind of get the feel for what she wants for that video or just like certain parts of the video. Sometimes I actually have to help her clean her room. I kind of just offered it one day when she was cleaning her room, and I was like, you know, I'm your assistant. I can kind of like help you with this stuff if you want. Sometimes I'll like help fold laundry, but she never just makes me clean her room. Like she doesn't just sit there on her phone while I clean her room. I mean, she'd be allowed to do that if she wanted to because she's my boss, but she doesn't. It's also her room, so she kind of wants to be in control of where things go. Usually I'm walking around in circles going like, where does this go? Sometimes we don't start work for a while because we get too caught up talking. Last week we ended up not starting. I think it was 3 hours that we had wasted, and the sun was going down and we had to film that day with the sunlight, so that was good. So sometimes things happen that I'm not paid for, like talking about our love lives. That's kind of been a situation recently. So it's kind of cool that we've broken the friendship barrier too. We can kind of go out together now. We've only done it once, but it's cool. It's chill. One thing that I think is super cool though and kind of funny is that sometimes I am in the videos when you don't even realize it.
So I've been wanting to paint my accent wall for a while. So I decided to get, but you can't laugh. So I've been wanting to paint my accent wall for a while. So I decided to go with the pinky colors. But yeah, it's not super JoJo pink. It's definitely more like subtle pink.
So that's a bit of a summary of what the job is like. So there's definitely a lot more to this job that I'm not even talking about, but this is kind of the general stuff that I could think of. The next question that I get asked a lot is, how did you get the job? I actually was not looking for this job. It just kind of happened to me. I knew that Brianna was a YouTuber from my town, and the only reason I knew she was from my town is because I knew people who knew her. I remember last year I was watching one of her videos with one of my friends, and we were like so inspired and kind of like, this is so cool. Her room looks like a set. All of her colors are color coordinated, like, you know what I'm trying to say? She's doing this as a job. I have had channels in the past. This channel used to have a bunch of other videos on it, but I privated them because I kind of restarted the whole thing. So I've always been really interested in the whole YouTube thing. I always come back to it. So because I knew she was from here, I decided that I would DM her, slid in those DMs, you know, because I'm a photographer and I'll read it to you. So I said, I'm a photographer living in and I've been a subscriber for a while now, and then I found out you're actually from here. Feel free to check out my work first, but if you're ever interested in getting a photo shoot done when you're in town, I'd love to work with you. I actually thought that she lived in Toronto for some reason, and I actually have no idea why because she's never lived in Toronto, but I think I just assumed because she's a Canadian YouTuber with a following that she automatically lived in Toronto. Yeah, she doesn't live in Toronto. She still lives where I'm from. We kind of sorted it out, did our first shoot. It actually was not my best photography work. The sun was going down really fast that day and the lighting wasn't the best. So anyways, luckily we hit it off personality wise, and we decided that we would want to shoot again in the future. I just realized that it kind of sounds like I'm talking like we're going on dates or something. So then a couple months went by, we planned another shoot, then we did the shoot. Those photos actually turned out a lot better than the first shoot, but once I got home, I went and played Pokemon for like 2 hours on my DS. And then when I checked my phone, I realized that she had texted me an hour ago. So I opened my message and there was a long paragraph going on. I was a little nervous to read. I had no idea what it was gonna say, but when I read it, I was pretty friggin' excited. I'm also gonna put this up here. You can pause it if you want to read the whole thing, but I'm just gonna go over some of the main key points. So she basically said that she's been wanting to hire someone for a while and she realized that I would be perfect. Thank you, Brianna, thank you. So then she said I would be filming, maybe some editing, helping make things for videos. 1 day a week would be dedicated to getting Instagram pictures, which is awesome because I'm a photographer. This is what I want to do. And she also said if you do want to start a channel, it'd be a good way to get your face out there. So I had mentioned to her that I had tried doing YouTube before, and anyways, so when she said if you do want to start a channel, it'd be a good way to get your face out there, I was like, sometimes I think that the world is sending me signs that I should do something, and I feel like this is it because I've always wanted to do it. I have someone who's doing it full time where I can learn how to do it for myself too, and I just thought that is the coolest opportunity. We both agreed it would be mutually beneficial. Here I am, and it's going really good. We later went into detail about how much I would get paid because I would have to quit the job that I was working at that time, and yeah, I just got started and it's been like 3 or 4 months now. The next question that I get asked kind of surprises me actually, but I do get asked if Brianna cares that I am doing YouTube, and I guess that last text message kind of just proved the answer to this, but let's just go ask Brianna and find out from her. Brianna?
Yeah?
So I was just wondering if you're mad at me at all for starting my YouTube channel.
I'm pissed.
So yeah, the truth about that is she's actually helping me out a lot, giving me good advice. Obviously, she's not upset about it. Yeah, sometimes we'll just set aside an hour and she'll help me with my channel and just talking about where I'm going with it and what kind of things I'm gonna do in the future. She's kind of like my manager, but not really. This question, everybody wonders this about YouTubers, but people ask me if Brianna is nice, and yes, there is no tea here, there's no shade.
Just facts.
I feel like another thing that people wonder is like, is she the same on videos as she is in real life? I feel like in everybody's videos, you're kind of like your most energetic self when you're on camera. So obviously things are a little bit more chill when we're just like hanging out, doing things that are not on camera. We're usually always laughing. Things are pretty much the same on camera as they are off camera, just more chill, like real life, if you know what I'm saying. And the last question that I added here that I just kind of added myself was, what was your favorite video to film so far? Definitely the JoJo Siwa video. That was like insane. I actually had no idea what to expect. There was so much going on in that video. So first she was like ordering all this stuff on Amazon and I was like, whoa, is this even gonna be possible? Like, like, what's going on? I was kind of stressed about it when she first started ordering stuff. I was like, you're ordering a slide to your house? Anyways, so then we went, picked out paint, like things started happening. It ended up being the most fun video that we have filmed yet. And not to mention, Jojo Siwa actually saw the video and commented on it. And yeah, she seems super sweet, to be honest. It was absolutely a blast to film that video. Sometimes going all out is just the best thing ever.
Your head on my shoulder.
So the first thing that I learned is how to correctly thumbnail, title, and keyword my videos. You wouldn't believe how much of a difference it actually makes. So the second thing that I learned is how hard it is to separate your home life from your work life. And that is definitely a lot easier said than done. If you don't know what I mean by that, when you're your own boss as a YouTuber, you have to make your own hours. You don't have somebody telling you when to start and when to stop. So you literally have to just have your own motivation and discipline. And it's so hard, especially if you're somebody who just likes to nap a lot, like me. And the third and probably most important thing that I've learned is that sometimes in order to stand out, you have to do some weird and uncomfortable things. For example, I just filmed a video that is over on Brianna's channel. If you're coming from that video, hi. Yeah, we basically sat down with my boyfriend and they told me the story about how they met when they dated. So yeah, you might want to go check that one out if you haven't already. That's basically it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell if you want to actually see what I post, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!